Hello, New Jersey Burby here, and it's back to school time. This is when we're sending our kids off to school for 8 to 10 hours a day with teachers, principals, and administrators. I don't know about you, but this never gets easy. So I decided to have a chat with a group of Black teachers, all from different areas, all from different districts, and find out how to navigate that system. So join me, if you will, as I sip and chat with today's Black teachers. Okay, so thank you guys for coming. Tell me what grade you teach and how long you've been teaching.
I've been teaching this is my 8th year teaching.
This is technically my 26th year.
I teach high school history, and this is my 17th year teaching. 15 years at the same school.
My name is Carlos Waltz, and I teach. Well, actually, I'm more of a dean position.
So a lot of you work in areas that are more metropolitan, and I know that comes with its own set of, intricacies. How are you preparing for the new school year mentally? I'm just curious, because I'm on another lens. I just go buy school supplies and buy some dope clothes for the first week. But how do you guys prepare for school?
I actually took a workshop this summer, which I think was the best workshop I've taken in 18 years. It was called Restorative Circles. And it's just a lot of positive affirmations and just a different outlook on everything.
Okay.
I took a workshop too this summer on equity and access.
Okay.
Trying to bring more diversity and resources to all the kids in the system, no matter what their nationality or ethnic background is. And just trying to figure out, as a professional development teacher in my building, trying to figure out ways to provide support to the teachers. And when they get in their classroom, they can then provide those diversity and equity for the kids in their classrooms.
I do a lot of reflection. I look at what worked last year and what did not work, and this year what I'm doing is trying to think of every student that I had last year and prepare for that student for this year. I have this thing this year I call non-negotiables because I'm not going to have any kind of back and forth with the students. So I have a list in my classroom of what the non-negotiables are. So if you don't do it, we're not going to talk about it. It is a non-negotiable.
I'll tell you, I was in a situation last year. I found out that my son had this teacher.
Oh, yes.
And everybody, because I live 2 houses away from my son's school. So everybody on the block was like, make sure he doesn't get that teacher. That teacher is a nightmare. Oh my God, it's awful. Oh, she's the worst teacher in the world. This is coming from Black and white parents. This wasn't, and this teacher was a white teacher. So I scheduled a meeting with her the first week. I have to tell you, this semester has been the best semester my son has ever had. And I can't dissect whether it's because I started meeting with her and she just didn't bother me because probably one of her neighbors told her about the Facebook page, or because she just was a really good teacher that's been misunderstood.
I'm the main teacher, however, at the end of the day, they go, thank you, miss.
Yeah.
Because they see a different face.
And you learn, and they learned in the class.
I don't want to hear no talking, come in here on time, I don't want to hear nothing. My rules are my rules, and that's it. And
They're
the
all
parents-
non-negotiable.
and-
You
yes,
hear that?
yeah,
It's
mine's
all
are.
this.
No, the parents are like, oh, we got to deal with her. Yes, you got to deal with me. How you doing? Every PTA meeting, so if you want to have a conversation after, we can always talk. But my rules are my rules, and that's it. And I think if you give those kids rules and regulations, for the majority of the time, there are not any issues. But when you have a classroom where the kids are free to do and say whatever they want, then it becomes an issue. But in my classroom, I don't have time for that.
How do teachers feel about the PTA? Because I have my own opinions. But I'm just curious, are they for the teachers? Like, how does that work?
I don't know if I see a lot of activity on a high school level when it comes to PTAs.
Right, that's true, because at that age, it's
You
not
know,
as much.
at that age, it's more of a fight to get the parent involved. Whereas
Really?
at the younger schools, it's hard to get them out the schools, you know.
Yeah.
They're so involved in their child's development. They're younger. At this age, they're older. It's like, listen, all the high school teachers, y'all deal with it, you know.
Yeah.
And it's, it gets to be real challenging sometimes. A lot of them haven't even seen a college campus to know that that's an opportunity, to know that that can be a path that I can take. So what are we nurturing when we're trying to, we got to put something there to feed.
So maybe from the high school level, that should be the role of the PTA.
Yes.
Where do you think the educational system will be in the next 5 to 10 years with regards to technology?
But some schools have a lot more funding so that the children's experience on a technological level is so different.
And that's the thing. The public schools definitely have more funding than private schools do. Well, some private schools.
I think I wish my school had it in terms of having the kids that are challenging in terms of writing on a certain pace. The iPad,
We had a PD, a professional development, that showed that this is the first generation to grow up on screens from babies. They know this from babies.
But what's so great is every teacher is able to teach based on technology. I could just go to my Google Classroom and then they could do the assignment right there. So I think if I'm hopeful that in the next 5 years, all schools would be able to equip students with personalized laptops. So once it's assigned to each student, I think that would make learning so much more better.
We, at times in the city education, we sometimes get, we just come on a lower end of the list in terms of access to the resources.
Here are all parents too.
That's correct.
Do you disconnect with your own kids? And how are you, basically how is that dynamic with your family?
One of my greatest challenge as a parent, being a teacher, is the guilt that I feel. I give so much of my time, mentally, to my students, because it's not just one child that you have to keep on track. You have to keep 26 to 30 students on track. It makes me feel really, really bad sometimes.
I feel like I'm very hard on my children. My daughter is now in school for her master's in occupational therapy.
Oh wow, that's
And
wonderful.
my son, they're 13 years apart. He's in high school. But both of them, I have had very high standards for them, and I laid hard on them because I'm an educator. You can't fall short.
Yeah.
You cannot fall short.
So I think for me, it's kind of like the job has helped me to advocate better for my daughter because I know the ins and outs. I know what happens on the other side of the desk. So when we have to deal with any issues or challenges.
But just raising black kids in the school system is just a whole different dynamic in itself. If you guys can just give one thought on that.
Last year, I remember she came home and she said, "Mom, I want my hair to be straight," because all the kids that she was amongst were blonde hair, girls. So I guess because she sees it, she thought that was
The way things should be.
the image of beauty.
And that's what it is.
So
I go through that with my son,
So that's the only thing I remembered. But her sisters have been, once they realize, they've been really great with that.
Okay, that's good.
To kind of help her to embrace
Who
her.
she is, right?
Yeah.
Beauty. It's hard because they always say if you can control the media, you control the masses.
Yeah.
And the media is not as swift to highlight our beauty the way it should be highlighted.
They don't. I know you teach younger children. I don't know, how do teachers feel about the way the kids are being treated for their their issues like ADHD?
So in a sense, I think the parent has to be more educated. And I'm an educated person saying this.
Right.
Yeah.
I felt in that trap.
But then too, there's some parents that the children get medication and they won't give it to them on the weekend,
Okay.
right? So now the child has all this bent up energy, and then
On
they come
Monday.
to school
Monday,
Monday, and then they want to give it to them, and it's not working. It's not off balance.
Something that came out here is how much you guys really care about kids. Not just the role as a teacher, because I asked you about administration, and y'all really didn't talk that much. You really talked about the kids. I really appreciate that because it makes me feel good that the teachers are still teaching and they still care about the kids, So I want to thank you guys for this. And here's to a new school year. Cheers. Yeah.